Hi, I'm Kim Borrelli, one of the mentors here at StrengthLeadersMentors.com. One of the areas I teach a lot on is mind, moods, and attitudes. And you have to say it like that, attitudes. And as I was preparing some notes, I found myself using the acronym MMA. And while in our current environment, I've learned that MMA has a different meaning, mixed martial arts. And that got me to thinking about the similarities between the two of them. Now, hear me out before you go thinking I've taken one too many shots to the head. Mixed martial arts, as you might know, is a sport that involves using the whole body. It's a combination of fighting strategies to overcome your opponent. And it's highly physical, so every part of your body is engaged in your survival. It's also highly mental, and that may be the only thing that gets you into the ring with that opponent that's looking like a freight train and highly focused on pulverizing you. Your mental focus is what you have to rely on to continuously take the kicks to the head, the shots to the body, slams to the mat. And your mental agility is what it takes to help you to dodge those kicks and those punches, and what allows your adrenaline to have some focused action to help you escape and get back up and go another round. Okay, enough of MMA, the sport. Now, mind, moods, and attitudes is also the art of using the whole body to overcome your challenger. In this case, though, your opponent is the forces of the mental world that tells you things like, oh, this will never work, or it's been done before, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or you aren't qualified. It's not the right time, no one will listen. And whatever other roadblocks come to mind for you. You get the picture. So I said it's the whole body, and you may be thinking, well, no, that's just the mind. Well, let's consider this. What happens in your body when you're thinking those thoughts? Most often we become fatigued and physically drained, and sometimes we might even become angry that we're encountering these roadblocks along the way. And then we seek the inspiration with things like maybe potato chips or chocolate or alcohol or cigarettes or whatever your vice may be. And those things then also begin to take a toll on our body. And where did it all begin? With that thought in our mind, right? So here's how I see it. MMA in both uses of the word, requires extensive training. It both require learning of how to focus your mind and your attention in positive reinforcement for the challenging times ahead. Because what you focus your mind on is going to cause a physical reaction in your body. Your mind calculates the next action. It considers how that opponent's going to attack next and which counterpunches might be needed. It allows you to look for familiar patterns of attack, and it tells you when to duck or when to step aside, and when to execute your own offense. Leadership may feel a lot like an MMA fight at times. Yet I'd encourage you to consider a different way of thinking about it. See, leadership is influence. It's the ability to move others toward or away from certain actions. And that includes ourselves. Before we begin to truly lead others, we have to know how to lead ourselves. And as we do, we bring others alongside with us. And the skills required to influence others include things like communication, timing, sharing a vision, navigating a path so that others can go on that journey with you. And these things can be learned with the right kind of training. Training which involves your mind, moods, and attitudes, along with some other principles and concepts. So I'd encourage you to join us here at Strength Leaders and get into a training that's going to prepare you for your leadership challenges and help you enjoy the wins that come when you and your team accomplish great things together. We hope to hear you on our calls.